What's going on, everybody? It's Buddy Friendly Guy. We are back with another episode of Minecraft. And in our last episode, which was episode 2, this is episode 3, therefore, we just pretty much upgraded the house a little bit, added some walls and a roof, so the Oogie Boogies can't get in and murder us. We're going to murder this grass anyway. You know, we got some stuff done, not a lot. We ended up mining a bunch of iron, which we left in our furnace. And that was about it. We got materials, we got coal for food and stuff, so we have a bit of a source to keep ourselves going on rather than having a farm for now, which I do intend on building later. It's just we didn't get to it in this episode. And also just an adder, a little additive to let you guys know. This is going to be my first attempt at post-commentary because Elgato absolutely ruined my audio file and that it didn't keep it. It's not that it was corrupted or anything, it just decided to absolutely kick it to the curb. It's like, you know, it's like an ex-girlfriend. As soon as you try to move on to bigger and better things, it tries to reel you back in by texting you saying, hey, can you come over? Let's totally bone. And so Elgato tried to make me go back and record this, but I said no. I tried my hand at post-commentary, and so as you can see here, we are using our iron and effective methods by getting a pickaxe and a shovel so we can go, you know, more mining endeavors and stuff, which is nice because that's kind of the point of the game. But we decide that we're not going to fight the spider because I didn't have a sword in hand, and why would I switch to that? That takes way too much time. So we descend into the depths of our last episode's like 3-second attempt at a makeshift mineshaft, just to pass the time because it is nighttime and we're not very well equipped. We don't have any armor. We have a shit stone sword, which in hindsight, making an iron sword will probably be the first thing I do next video. But it didn't happen for us this time because I was not thinking of it. I was just thinking of ways that we should improve our mining effectiveness. But I'm practicing mining cobblestone because I was trying to waste the nighttime hours and hopefully maybe get a mineral or two down here, but it didn't work out that way. We just ended up mining for no damn reason other than just to pass the time because I was too lazy to go make ourselves a bed. I think you could see, yeah, I go get the shears at least, and I will attempt to venture out just a little bit before dawn so we can go get some sheeps early on. Ooh, that was a rhyme. I didn't even mean to do that. And so we'll have a bed, and I don't have to waste your guys's nor my time with senseless mining and such, because it's, man, I took such a long time with mining absolutely nothing, and it frustrated me because I feel like I should have gone a different direction with what I was doing, but hey, you know, you can't go back and change that. Well, maybe I could with clever editing, but why in the world would I try and do that? But anyways, it's really good to come home after a really long day of work and record an episode of Minecraft. I mean, except for the infuriating fact that Elgato decided to absolutely shit my bed rather, the bed that's not been made yet, and decide that it didn't want me to be able to use any of the hard work that I put into it. The commentary was pretty decent, but hopefully this will be better. Just tell me how you guys like the post-commentary versus the live commentary. For me personally, this is nerve-wracking because I'm not used to it whatsoever. I'm much more used to just talking about what I'm doing. It's far easier for me. But right now, we're still continuing our useless endeavors at trying to make a mineshaft to pass the time. And now we're going to head up here. And just a side note of how ineffective it is to jump up your non-stair placed steps like this because it wastes stamina. And I mean, I've got a lot of food to waste, so it's not really a big deal. It's not like we're some third world kid who's, you know, deprived of food. We got a spider here trying to murder us, but we give him the business on that. And then a skeleton absolutely fucking us up while the spider joins into the fray, and I learn how to parry finally. And we're gonna jump at this guy, smack him a few times. Guard, smack. No, get him. Jump off to the side. Smack him, yes, there you go. When in doubt, just run into them repeatedly and smack them with your sword as hard as you can. And right here, we're going to equip some bones. Maybe attempt to Yep, there we go. We got it. We tamed the wolf with 2 bones. I was genuinely surprised whenever this happened. And then a creeper, of course, came up to ruin my celebration. It's like, hey, I want to be a part of your party. Come give me a hug. And I said, fuck that, because you know what creepers do? They're just big green dicks with balls. And that's exactly what they do. They just blow everything up and, I don't know, perpetuate the patriarchal values of men? I don't know. That's the feminist in me, or the feminazi, not feminist. Feminists are actually, I'm not going to get into that. That's just something I'll get into at a later time when people won't hate me for saying the word feminist and feminazi in the same video. But anyway, we start murdering the livestock for a second, and then we equip some stuff for the doing. We're going to hopefully get on our task of getting sheep wool, because we desperately need a bed. The whole waiting it out until morning was absolutely annoying and pointless. So instead, I actually do the normal thing and go and get me some wool. And this fucking cow gets in my way. Move over. And here we go. We get our first bit of wool. Don't look at me like that. And look at that, we got a trophy. That shows you how much I've played the PS4 version. Originally, I played the 360 version. Got all the achievements, no big deal. But that's why there's, like, nothing done on this one. And where are you at, sheep? I know that I got another sheep on this. Ah, that's a horse. Don't look at that horse, it just looks like a sheep. And then we travel along. Doo-dee-da-da-doo. And there it is. There's our sheep, and we collect its fur for victory. And then we just look at how many we got, because I had to make sure that I had enough for a bed, and thank God I did. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't want to go around trying to collect sheep like some, I don't know, terrible flocksman? Sheep herder. I can't think of words all the time, but when I do, they're pretty great. Not that I invented them. But yeah, we see, I think that there's a town, but it ends up not going the way I thought it would, because I'm just like, oh, look, there's a town. I'll collect a couple more things of fur, and then I go over and it's just a well. It's just a shit mirage in an even shittier desert. But I don't drink the water because, Jesus Christ, maybe a homeless person tried to bathe in it. And the last thing you want to do is drink the dirty bath water of a homeless person, when you could, just go drink some tap water. That's purified for the most part. Not as purified as bottled water, depending on where you live. Like, say, if you lived in Minnesota, then your water's probably mostly, I don't know, I think it's methane? Because I know a person who lived in Minnesota who could light their water on fire, so they had to boil it first. And if you live in that kind of situation, get the hell out of Minnesota, because I live on water. I love water, not a huge soda drinker. Or pop, whatever you're from. Do they call it anything else anywhere else? I don't know. I call it soda. Most people call it pop, and there's a debate over that I don't care to get into, because it's just words. Just 2 synonyms. They mean the exact same thing, like crisps and chips. Or chips and cookies, because I don't know. I like the word crisps better. The Britons got it right with that one. Because I don't know. I like my cookies to be crispy. There's a debacle by Chips Ahoy called Chewy Chips Ahoy. Not a fan. I actually have a bag of crunchy Chips Ahoy, or crispy, however you want to call it. And they are the best crisps in the world. Or chips, not crisps. That's chips. Very confusing. Anyway, back to the video. We are over here trying to collect some food, because we're going to be running around a lot, swinging our axe around, and getting wood, because I really want to expand that shit house we have going. It was really just a temporary shelter so we didn't die during the night. I think it proved pretty effective. Not the best effective use of our time, because I got essentially nothing done in 2 videos, which, well, no. I would say last video, all the mining we did was very worth it, because we got all the materials and stuff, but we focused 0% on our house. And I don't know, I'm thinking about maybe making longer videos, so that you guys aren't watching the slowest progress of Minecraft videos in the world. I mean, YouTube's overly saturated enough with them as it is, without me making a billion videos of me chopping down wood and literally doing nothing else. Well, I mean, we got some sheep's wool, so that's at least a different concept than the last video. Essentially, you're watching me swing around an item and at blocks until I collect the blocks. Then I go do things with the blocks, and that's your Minecraft videos in a nutshell. But this, we collect an absolute metric butt ton, which is, of course, 4,000 pounds, which is, I don't know how much that is in kilos. Americans, of course, sadly use the imperial system, which I think only like 2 other countries use it, and they're just too stubborn to switch over to the metric easy system, as I like to call it, because it's just all decimal points, and you move them over depending on where you are. But of course, fat Americans can't get it through their head because they're too busy stuffing their faces with cheeseburgers. Anytime I, of course, try to hate on the Americans, I switch into my British accent because I feel like that's the best way to berate an American, is switching to a nice posh accent. Which, I don't know, there was once, which this is totally unrelated, that an Australian thought I was British. And I thought to myself, I don't feel like I have much of an accent at all. I guess it's American, but to me it is bland and not significant at all, because I live in kind of the Midwest of the states of America, and most have gross twangy accents that I hate ever so much, and I don't have that, thank goodness. I don't think I do anyway. It doesn't sound like it to me, and I've never been told I do. But tell me in the comments what you think I sound like, and if you call me a twat, I'll be upset, but that'll be fair. I did ask. We're chopping down more wood for that giant house that we will eventually build in the future. I say eventually, but who knows how long that's going to be with how these videos have been. Just me rambling on, forgetting what I'm doing. So, actually, maybe post-commentary might be a good idea, so I'm not talking while I'm playing and getting uber distracted. Because whenever I do that, man, am I like a squirrel. I see a shiny thing, I try to go run over and chew on it, and then I forget what I'm doing until I'm like, oh, hey, I should be doing this thing, and then I'm not. So, you know what, I don't know, like I said, this is just kind of a test, because I was going to re-record this, but then I thought about how much we did, which isn't a lot, but it's significant, and I don't really want to keep much from you guys unless there's a bunch of boring parts that you want me to cut out, and I'll be more than happy to do so. But right now, we're just putting all of our miscellaneous bullcrap in the chest because we're not going to use any of it, and for good reason. Like seeds and wool and stuff. As of right now, we're not going to make any pretty carpets, so we're just going to store all of it away. And I think before I make my next video, I'm going to work on my inventory management because it's atrocious, and it looks like a 3-year-old spat up a bunch of pixels into it. Because, of course, 3-year-olds, they don't have much spatial reasoning, nor space management. So, it's not really their fault that they don't know how to do it. But right now, as you can see, we're starting construction on Hovel 2.0, which is, of course, a nice bit of software by Adobe, which uses 3D House Builder. I'll create something like that, maybe. Well, that's essentially what Minecraft is. Just a house builder. And occasional other things. But anyway, I tried to get some dimensions going, and how big I want to make the house, which I still, even after making the video, I don't know how big I want the house to be. I'm thinking giant, but right now I just want to make it manageable so I have room for more than just a 3-step area, because I feel claustrophobic even in Minecraft, which is weird to say. Which, like whenever you're spinning around and you can still get motion sickness, it's like that, but I feel confined. And here we are knocking out more walls, because I want to extend this more, and goodness, I don't even know how I want to decorate the house. I'm thinking a lot of windows. Not like Microsoft Windows, because that would be stupid to fill my house without an operating system, or multiple for that matter. And here we go, still trying to decide how big I want this. And the damn wolf gets in the way. Also, another thing that I wanted was, if you guys want, comment a name for the wolf and I will call him it, no matter what it is. Even if it's some long, ridiculous name, like Cornwallis Gene Huckleberry the Third. Or even longer, like Daenerys Targaryen's long-ass name. Breaker of Chains. I'm not going to call him that because that's the Mother of Dragons name. And no one takes that from her. Except for if she dies, because George R.R. Martin's a dick. Not really, he's a great storyteller, but he kills off all the good characters. Quote-unquote good characters. Yeah, and we are reaching the end of this video of building absolutely nothing but walls. And so, yep, I think that I'm just going to end it here. But if you guys would, go ahead and comment. Really do comment on this one. I say it often in all my videos, but I need this one, especially because I don't know how this is going to go. As far as post-commentary-wise, I just want to know how the quality of the video is, if it's improved, if it's not, because if that's the case, next time I will just re-record the video. But anyway, yeah, do like it up if you do like it, and subscribe if you want to see more. And also, go ahead and follow me on Twitter and Facebook. I will have, or don't follow me on Facebook, like my Facebook page, but I'll have the links in the description and all that fun stuff. But until next time, guys, stay friendly.